Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the middle of November 2021. We're going to jump right in here, Sag, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. And that'll be that, Sagittarius. You start off with the Seven of Pentacles here. It seems to be like a very analytical week for pretty much everybody. I think people are just like looking at a lot of small details here that are going on in their life, and that's definitely true for you. Seven of Pentacles here. It's a card of analysis. He's kind of like looking at those seven pentacles and he's saying, you know, is it worth it? As I always say, is the juice worth the squeeze with the Seven of Pentacles? And only you can answer the question, right? It's like this could be about any situation. Could be a relationship, could be a business, could be whatever you're involved in. And it's like he's saying, like, do I keep investing my energy into this or do I go try something new? For a pretty simple answer here, Sagittarius. I mean, to me, it looks like you're walking away. Eight of Cups here in your outcome position. To me, it looks like maybe you are going to go try something new. You are going to try something different or maybe do something different in your life to get a different result. You have the Four of Swords, though, as you're crossing energy. So I feel like you're thinking about something like long and hard here with that Seven of Pentacles. So if you're thinking about making a change in any situation, could be a relationship, could be a business job, whatever. You know, I feel like you're like thinking about things with the Four of Swords. Not really a bad thing with the Four of Swords. He's like praying as well. So I do feel like some of you could be praying for answers, or you could be hoping that the universe kind of sends you some signs. And that's definitely popping into my head with the Four of Swords for you here, Sagittarius. I feel like you are kind of maybe looking for some answers or hoping for some answers, you know, as far as anything you're working on is concerned. So, you know, like I said, I feel like you're kind of like looking for that. Even in the area of your thoughts, you have the Hangman. His head is glowing and he has gained some enlightenment here. For some of you, it's kind of like, I feel maybe you're hoping for a pause, right? Maybe you're hoping to just be able to take a little breather before you make an important decision, or, you know, before you make a choice in a relationship or a business or whatever it is that you're doing. It's like, I feel like you could be kind of like hoping for the pause, or hoping that you get a chance to take a pause here, Sag. Next, you have the Ten of Swords in the area of your foundation. The Ten of Swords kind of says something is dead, done, over with. So it's like your whole entire reading is almost saying to me, like, do you really need the pause? The answer is probably not. You probably really don't need to put yourself on pause. You probably don't really need to take a pause or anything like that here, even though maybe you are feeling like you do need to take a pause. You know, again, I kind of feel like you have an answer. It's also interesting that in this diagonal right here, you have the Ten of Swords, the King of Swords with the Four of Pentacles. It's like the Four of Pentacles is holding on to something too tightly, holding on to something that you need to let go of. Going this direction, you have the Hangman, the King of Swords to the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is like an energy of going on an adventure, being willing to explore. And he is also more free, is what I would say to you here, Sagittarius. So if we had to make a decision, if we looked at this reading or the spread itself as a decision, it's almost like this choice right here is going to be the better decision. Moving towards that Knight of Wands, like a much more free type of spontaneous, free-flowing type of energy. In the area of your past, you have the Hermit here. The Hermit, he has done some soul searching. He has been trying to find his inner light. So, you know, he is trying to find some guidance, which I think maybe some of you have been trying to find some inner guidance with the Hermit energy. But he has found it. So this is showing up in your past, which is also the position of what you are moving away from. So it's kind of like you are moving away from this energy of maybe like needing to find some answers or something like that. In the area of the next few months, you have the King of Swords here. Very decisive energy. And actually, this is your near future. Sorry. King of Swords, very decisive. He operates from like a place of wisdom and knowledge. He has wisdom and knowledge as well. So I feel a lot of you are kind of gaining the wisdom you need to make a decision. I would just be careful of staying stuck, like I said, with that Four of Pentacles energy. And I would trust your kind of like inner voice. In the area of your next few months, you have the Knight of Wands here. So like I said, I feel like you are kind of like going on an adventure. I feel like you're getting out there, maybe making some moves, doing some things that you want to do here. I feel like being willing to be spontaneous is kind of like your answer here with the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, he is the card of being spontaneous, but kind of like how I'm seeing it intuitively is more that I feel like you are going to have opportunities to be spontaneous. I feel like you're getting opportunities that are going to kind of like come out of the blue, that are going to be very random. It might be a little uncomfortable as well, and it might be one of those things where you don't really want to do it, but then you'll be happy you did. It's like years ago, I randomly said yes to go to Peru. A friend of mine was going to Peru, and she was like, "Oh, you should come." And I was like, "Yes, I'll come." And then, but it's like, kind of like one of those split-second decisions, and then I start to regret it. I get that here with the Knight of Wands. That's why I'm telling you this here, is because like I feel like there could be some split-second decisions where you're gonna have to say yes right away. I had no time. I had to say yes, and I had to make the move to go to Peru like right away. I didn't have any time. The trip was all set up and everything like that. So like I couldn't, I had to say yes right then and there. I feel that for you here. But then I get the resistance, like, holy crap, what did I just agree to, right? And I feel like there could be multiple situations like that. Could involve travel, but it might be pretty much anything. But I would do it because, again, I went to Peru and I was like super happy, obviously, that I did. Had a great time, right? So I would say that I feel like there could be, but I feel like there are multiple like opportunities like that coming up for you where you're gonna have to say yes very quickly, but it's gonna be very spontaneous. But it's like in that there is gonna be a lot of growth, a lot of abundance, a lot of happiness, maybe some adventures that you've never thought you would go on, right? So I would do it. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Nine of Pentacles. You might be fine on your own right now, Sagittarius. You might be just kind of like focusing on yourself at this time with the Nine of Pentacles. You might just be kind of like doing your own thing. She's a card of independence. She is truly independent, though. I like to point out the fact that Nine of Pentacles doesn't say you're alone, right? It's like, yeah, she's alone on the card. She's independent, but she has true independence. And she also has 3 Pentacles over here and 6 Pentacles over here. It kind of says she is willing to give to situations. She is willing to have relationships, not just love, but other relationships as well. But she gives in balance. She only gives 3 Pentacles worth of energy to anything, and she makes sure to constantly be filling herself up with energy as well. So I feel that for some of you I feel like could be more independent at this time with the Nine of Pentacles, but it's kind of like you're focusing on kind of getting to a certain place. There's a focus with the Nine of Pentacles about your environment. She kind of represents focusing on your environment and creating a positive environment. And some of you, if you are feeling lonely or whatever at this time, you could be feeling that, but at the same time, you could also be trying to set up your environment to allow positive relationships into it. So, not necessarily a bad thing is what I would say to you. In the area of your future feelings, you have the Four of Pentacles here. Some of you could be feeling very stable, so not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like you're kind of coming at things from a very grounded perspective with the Four of Pentacles. But again, like I said, kind of closed off. He doesn't want to leave where he is. He's he wants to stay where he is. He doesn't want to try new things, just like I didn't want to go to Peru, right? So I would take the risk. I would say, I don't think this is really a reading that's asking you to take a risk. I feel like it's asking you to step outside of comfort zone. And even your outcome is the Eight of Cups, so you're clearly walking away from something that no longer serves you. I wouldn't be afraid to let go of this right here, whatever it is. 10 of Swords, King of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, then your outcome here of the Eight of Cups. I wouldn't be afraid to walk away from something. Like if you're thinking about walking away from a person, a job, a situation, you might be thinking about a lot and saying to yourself, like, what if I'm making a mistake? What if I do X, Y, and Z, whatever? I would just go for it because I feel like it's not a mistake. I feel like it's going to lead to a lot of success, obviously. So I wouldn't really be kind of like coming at things thinking, oh, this is going to be a mistake for me if I walk away from a relationship. Will I ever find another person again? Yes, of course. We're going to clarify, center card here, 4 Swords in the 7 of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Swords, clearly some sort of victory coming in for you or some sort of win is coming in for you here. So I like to see that. I also feel like there's balance coming in for you. The sword is above the mountains, on the Ace of Swords, kind of represents guaranteed victory. Also says that, in life we will always have challenges, but this could represent you kind of easily overcoming any challenges that you could be experiencing in the future. It kind of represents being able to overcome things more easily. With the Hangman, you have the King of Wands here, so I feel like you are coming up in a very strong position in the area of your thoughts. Here, this kind of tells me, Hangman, King of Wands, that you have all the answers inside of yourself. It says that any answer you're looking for at this time, it's like the answer. Just go with your gut type of energy. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. Make a wish. I feel like some of you are kind of like moving away from something at this time. It's one of those things, like sometimes the energy I'm getting here, Ten of Swords, Nine of Cups, sometimes like I have said things in the past, like not to anyone other than myself or the universe, where I'm like, if this situation is right for me, take it out of my life, remove it from my life. You know, I always ask the universe for the highest and best, and then the universe takes something away from me, and I'm like, crap, like did I really want to, lose this person or lose this situation? And the answer is probably no. So it's like sometimes I think we ask for something, the universe is like, okay, I'll take it away from you. But I just feel like you need to know that it was like the right thing. With the Ten of Swords, you have the King of Swords, you have the Knight of Swords here. Things progressing very quickly in the near future. I feel like you'll be making a lot of progress, seeing a lot of progress, things like that. Looks pretty good. With the Knight of Wands here, you have the Two of Pentacles. Have fun is what I would say to you here. Knight of Pentacles wants you to kind of like have fun and, do things that you enjoy doing, basically. It wants you to do things that you want to do in your life. Sorry about that, Sag. Something happened with my camera there. As I got to figure out this new system that I have. I'll figure it out. But anyway, we were on the Knight of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like the Knight of Wands and Two of Pentacles is more asking you to have fun. Like I said, the Knight of Wands is about the spontaneous energy that we were talking about. The Two of Pentacles is kind of like work hard, play hard. Two of Pentacles is a card of hard work, and it's a card of seeing results from the hard work that you do. But it also kind of reminds you that there are times where maybe we need to like get out of our head, where we need to do more things that we enjoy instead of focusing only on work, right? So it's kind of like a mixture of both energies, and that is popping into my head there for you with the Two of Pentacles. Next, in the area of your closest relationships here with the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Emperor showing up here as well. Kind of interesting because the Nine of Pentacles is like pre-Empress energy, and then you have the Emperor with the Nine of Pentacles. So it's like pre-Empress energy with the Emperor, divine counterpart, number one, but it's like someone is developing. I wouldn't really call this a love reading, although that is kind of popping into my head that if you're looking for love, it's like you could be in a situation where either you are developing, or a person, or you are the Emperor, and again, it doesn't matter what gender you are, or you're the Emperor, and a person that you're going to be meeting is developing kind of like into the Empress energy, right? So that's popping into my head for some of you. For others, I just get more focus here. Very, very focused area of the reading. Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, the Emperor, and the Nine of Pentacles here. Ace of Swords. We have a very focused energy in this reading. Even we could argue that the Hermit is a very focused energy as well. He's focusing on the star that is in that lantern. So I kind of feel that, again, some of you are more focused on a plan, or a plan that you are following in your life with the Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles here, and I feel like this plan could be leading to, more abundance, more success, pretty much more anything in your life. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Pentacles here, if it wants to focus. So Queen of Pentacles is about like abundance and creating more abundance in your life. Could be you kind of doing that. Four of Pentacles, creating more financial stability. She's pretty financially stable, although she isn't always like focused on money. She is the queen that is resourceful, meaning that, she could be using one of her other resources to get things that she wants. So if there are things that you want and you feel like you don't have the money to get them, you might actually have the money to get them. You might actually have the skills to get something, but it might not require money. It might require thinking outside the box or doing things differently. And with your outcome here, with the Eight of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups. Again, first off, number one, if you are looking for true love, then some of you could be walking away from a past situation, and it's like you're walking right into the arms of, who the hell knows what, but probably something much better with the Ace of Cups. That's what it looks like to me here, Sagittarius. You could be walking towards true love. If you're just walking away from, job, business, whatever, I feel like you're walking towards something that causes your emotions to overflow. I'm pretty sure it's you, Sagittarius, that I always say this to, but every single reading I do for you, it strikes me as like a person who, and again, I'm not saying this is your situation. This is just an example, like an intuitive example here. I feel like for some of you, it always strikes me as like a person who's in a career that wants to do something more creative, or wants to do something different than have a career life. So I get that feeling for you. And again, you might not have a career. You might not want a career. You might be doing something else. But I just get this difference where it's like you're doing one thing that might be more kind of boxed in for Pentacles energy, more, more traditional, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like there's something much more creative, much more fun, something that you actually desire to do over here, and that you could be moving towards. So it wouldn't really surprise me if some of you were like leaving careers and starting a bakery or something like that. Wouldn't surprise me if you were making some sort of significant change. Looks good to me though, Sagittarius. I like it. So thank you for being here, Sagittarius. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, Sag, and definitely enjoy your month.